Welcome to episode 7 of Inside Toe Talk Podcast. Got myself, Cookie, Toe Man, we got Country Backer, and Mark back there hanging out.
You can see him.
Yeah, actually, you can see him in the glass. So we are here on Monday. Sorry for the late start and then the technical difficulties. Yeah, brand new computer.
Ain't got nothing to do with that.
And Josh unfortunately had some other things to take care of tonight, so he couldn't be here on location with us. And unfortunately couldn't do it remotely either. So
yeah, we tried.
So I guess we'll get into it since I have everybody's attention. I'll go ahead and make fun of myself real quick.
No Mud Rat. I'm caffeine free.
I had we
these
all
guys
had
are not.
espressos.
No, we get it. We get it, bro.
So there was a scene. So there was a wreck at Mason and 10, but it was just west of the Mason intersection. 3-car wreck. One individual was intox. And it was David, Michael, and Aaron. First 3 wreckers. I pulled up to bullshit and talk with them. And ESD 48 got tired of waiting and called C5.
Okay.
So C5 showed up. I told those 3 guys, I said, hey, I'm not going to match. I've been, y'all been here. It's been, kind of a rough week. I'm not going to be that guy. So I didn't want to match, but they were like, no, bro, just match. So I was like, all right, cool. So I matched. David and Michael came out because the drunk person left. So they match out on those 2 cars. One was a POS and the other one was a Nunu. David gets a Nunu and Michael gets a POS. The next thing you know, the intox person comes back. She pulls in front, stops, and C5 goes up there and detains her. So now her car's loading. So me and Aaron match. I matched out. Michael ended up taking the drunk person that came back car because it was a Nunu.
Which Michael?
Leo's.
That reminds me of a story, but continue.
So we start loading our cars, right? And David dollies his, and I think he's gone. No, he was still there. And I'm strapping to my driver tire. I'm talking to the K9 sergeant for C5, and the chick that's driving the car that I loaded was standing there, and I said, hey, ma'am, you can go ahead and get on my passenger side. So I then go to the passenger side, start strapping that tire down, and me and the C5 sergeant are talking. And I get in my truck, and I look at my passenger front seat. She's not there. I look in my back passenger side. She's not there. So I was like, oh, maybe she got in with another record driver, or she went with the C5 unit.
That's disgusting.
So we get into the parking lot, and I'm like, hey, does anybody know where my driver is? Nobody knows where she's at. Nobody. So I'm like, well, damn. I was like, I told her to get in on the passenger side of my truck. Where's she at? So all the units check their shops. She's in nobody's back seat other than the drunk driver. I go back in my truck, grab some Copenhagen, and I look in my passenger seat again and my back side of my passenger seat with my flashlight. Nothing. I don't see her. So the K9 sergeant's pissed. He sends a unit back to the scene. She's not there.
What is she, Houdini, bro?
Dude, I was like, where did she go? I was like, this lady's going to be so mad that I just left her on the side of the road. So they go check Portillo's because we went to the bank. She's not there either.
Did she go under the bridge?
No. So we're sitting here looking for this chick. Her ride is coming all the way from Spring. Her ride finally shows up. Still hadn't found this chick. And we go, hey, well, where's she at? And she's like, her location she sent me shows she's here. So I'm like, well, what? And we're like, well, hey, can you call her? So her family member calls her. And she goes, hey, where are you at? And she goes, I'm stuck in the back of a tow truck. She was in the back of my tow truck on the driver's side behind me the entire time. We looked for this chick for over an hour. And she was in my tow truck the entire time.
She's taking a nap?
No, she's just on her phone chilling.
Oh my God.
But
bro.
Chris Murray kept the damn child lock on that side, so she couldn't get out. And she's like, oh, well, I thought you guys were just doing your thing. I thought, whenever y'all need me, y'all would come and get me. And I'm like, no, you almost went to Franz Road with your car. We looked for that lady for over an hour.
That reminds me of a story that I saw on Tow Talk about, actually it wasn't Tow Talk, it was the news. I'll try to find it and pull it up, but it was a GWGI, and they towed the vehicle and they left one of the people in the car, and she passed away at the storage lot.
Wow.
I'll look for the article real quick so I can just at least read it and get facts straight.
Well, dang. Well, I did tell everybody I was going to make fun of myself on the podcast.
Yeah, big back.
Big back.
Is that what is it about? You being a big back?
No, I ain't know nothing about being no big back.
I thought it was gonna.
It's just she was quiet. And then, C5 had to throw their little slugs, Oh, you need new glasses. Oh, sit your boy. I wanted to fire them up so bad. Then one of them comes up, oh, bro, I'm going to arrest you for kidnapping. I'm like, oh. Why don't you ask your sergeant to let you pursue a vehicle for once? Get me started. Well, you know how some of them, not all of them are like that. So you got some good CPAP units out there. Don't get me wrong. The guy, the lady that was in with me, no, she was not intoxicated. She was not. She was sober. But it was a pretty interesting accident. But that was my embarrassing moment for the week. Where's Andrew at? Where's he at?
I heard there was a story about.
Yeah, where's Andrew at?
Where's he at?
That's that's who I want in the chat. Rough week. I got 4 or 5. One went to the house, or went to another body shop.
Okay, so I got the story here. It was a city out of San Diego. Family of a homeless woman who was found dead in her van at an impound lot a month after the vehicle was hit by a drunken driver has filed a $50 million claim against the city of San Diego. She was 65, homeless in her van. I'm assuming got rear-ended. I'm assuming they didn't check it, towed it, and about a month later discovered she was in it. That kind of makes me wonder, though. Like,
damn.
If that was my mom, I don't think I would have waited a month to figure out where she was at, homeless or not homeless.
First of all, if it was your family, why would you let them be homeless?
We can't judge that. Everybody's different. Everyone's got situations going on, but despite that,
yeah, but that's hard because you're gonna sue for that family member, so you're gonna make that check off that family member, but you didn't want to. I don't know about that one. I guess. It's like never talking to your parents or talking about how you hate your parents, but when they perish, you go pick up that life insurance check, though.
I don't know. That's quite a significant amount to sue for as well for someone that they couldn't check on within a month.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
A lot of money chasers when it comes to deaths. That is a really bad way to go out, though. I'm not
Yeah.
even gonna lie.
Yes, it is. See what else? I don't think what else happened this week. Well, half of y'all were gone.
I mean, yeah, I took the weekend off the first time. Like
No,
I
you had
don't-
another weekend off a few weeks ago.
when? Who, me?
Yeah, you.
When?
Yeah, you. Yeah,
When?
first weekend off in a long time. My ass.
Let me see it. Give me a date, sir.
I know.
I'll pull up my
'cause-
GPS.
Pull it up for
I'm
the
waiting,
past couple
I'm waiting
weekends.
for a date.
I'm gonna get a little time clock punching thing just for you, because you know what had been happening. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. What else? What else happened? I mean, nothing really happened, man. It's been.
Talk to HR about this.
What was another one? Oh, we had that dude. You were with me. No, you weren't. Nobody was with me.
That's a first.
We had. So, where's Coal Roller? Coal Roller was there. Coal Roller was there. There was I think Saturday. We had I need to lean back a little bit. We had
Jesus.
we had an accident drop at 1200 Fry Road, a little fender bender, and an FTO at night was on that wreck, and he had a citizen flag him down about a male trying to set a transformer on fire at Fry and 10.
Was that a homeless person?
Yeah, and I already knew which homeless person this was, and knew
Was
that
it Kyle?
No, it was Patrick. And I knew that he wasn't actually trying to set a transformer on fire. He was making a little fire to keep him warm. So I drive by the fire, and it's a little bitty fire you could have stepped on to put out. And it's next to, some of the light poles have concrete at the base. It's like next to one of the base on the concrete. So it's not going to catch anything on fire. So I go tell Perkins that they got the fire department. Oh, dang. Oh, my bad. I go tell the FTO that, and he radios back to dispatch to let him know that it's a little personal fire. And Coal Roller had just left the parking lot after that.
Was he rolling coal?
He was not. Truck ain't deleted.
Mm.
So
Imagine that.
So he calls me, and I was like, dang, what does he want? He just left. What could he have possibly found that fast? And lo and behold, there's a car fully engulfed over there at BJ's. Yeah.
Wow.
Fully engulfed. You know, the crazy part is, I've never had anybody ask me. Well, they didn't ask me, but they asked Coal Roller. Hold on 1 second, guys.
This is disgusting. I think we should vote. Oh, dude, I can hear it.
So
That's so disgusting.
the car's fully engulfed, and the guy keeps trying to get back in the car. And Ben's like, or Coal Roller says he's trying to get back in the car, and I was like, tell him to get away from the car. Like, what are you gonna do? So he goes up to the guy, or guy goes up to Coal Roller, and he goes, hey, man, I didn't know whether to call my mom or the fire or 911 first. You believe this dumbass called his mom first before calling 911? What's your mom gonna do?
Tell you to call 911?
Edo, his excuse for not calling 911 first? He don't want to bother them. Your car's on fire, dude. That's when you call them. You call 911 for stuff like that. Not when your neighbor's playing loud music. That's when you should call your mom and sing you a lullaby or something so you can go to sleep.
Y'all ever notice just monitoring the constables? Obviously, they read the call slip out. Fort Bend's the same way, but I mean, do you hear the calls? There's a bunch of Karens, bro, and Kens making these calls.
You know who reads out a lot of calls and reads out every damn call note? Yes.
C4?
Precinct 4 Constable's Office in Harris County. Oh, yes, everything.
God.
It is so annoying. They never shut up. They're almost as bad as HFD with calls because it's nonstop on Precinct 4.
I mean, Precinct 5 is not too far behind him.
No.
I've never monitored 4,
It's
but
bad. Oh, dude.
I thought 5 was bad, to be honest.
No. Precinct 4 is bad. It's really bad. Yeah, it gets annoying. Yeah, Mud Rat, I don't know if I really want to touch base on that, but we can mention it. There was unfortunately, a Fort Bend County deputy passed away this weekend. I think it was 42 Zebra 2.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, which is very unfortunate. We've lost a couple deputies this week too, I think.
There was 2 SO deputies.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that, but I know they did announce that. And I did find out about the Fort Bend deputy as well, which is very sad. Don't know how either of them happened, and not going to go into that because I don't want to give out any wrong information.
He was highly favored among the wreckers. I worked with him a little bit. He's a damn good dude, 100%. That's a hard loss there.
So, how was your vacation then?
Well, it was good until it wasn't. I went over to I guess I'll just say Freeport, and they didn't like my skin color, sir. Oh.
Say what now?
I got asked to leave a restaurant.
I'll be.
I don't want to get too much into details, but if I was a little lighter skinned,
You call Quantum LX?
if I said spatter a little differently, I probably wouldn't have got asked to leave. That sucks that Mr. Caffeinated's not here. That would have been a good joke for him to be here
Oh
for.
boy,
I don't know if you're still watching, Josh.
it's cold
but
in here.
He says mistake A being in Freeport. Yeah, a spider.
Yeah. Report.
What about you, country? No, you ain't got a mic, but
I'll repeat what you're saying. Go ahead, brother.
brother,
Been pretty slow is what he said.
what'd you do? Work?
No, you went somewhere this weekend. Where'd you go? Country went to Galveston this weekend. He drove his motorcycle. Mr. Caffeinated was in Tennessee. Hey, bro, how you gonna? Matter. That's what I meant to talk to you about, my person. How did you go to Tennessee
He's calling you out, country. He said you broke down.
and not go to Nashville to the Copenhagen factory and bring me back some Copenhagen? You know, Zach went and brought back Copenhagen. Come on, Josh. Damn, man. Or Mr. Whatever.
Mr. Decaf.
Yeah, something. But how'd your motorcycle break down?
It didn't break down.
Oh, what had happened? So what had happened was the ignition popped out. Well, I'll be mechanic. A female mechanic.
How'd that make you feel?
She got her done. She got you running though, right?
How long did it take her to get it fixed?
We were sitting there for.
How'd you not know? Do you not read what you're putting in your mouth? Nashville, Tennessee, right here.
Some nasty stuff.
Hey, you watch your mouth, boy.
man.
You watch your mouth.
Absolutely disgusting.
Hey, you can get out. Hold on, I can.
Goes. Ugh.
That's that black gold, baby.
So disgusting.
Black gold. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we need to get back on some tow truck related stuff here.
Yeah, Vipers 244. I think it's disgusting too.
Hey,
And I got to sit next to him.
I don't know who you are, but let me tell you something. This black gold right here keeps me sane. And remember, if you ain't packing, you slacking. If you ain't dipping, you tripping. So, yeah, you got to be packing, boy. You know what I'm saying? And this is a new Copenhagen Reserve. It's real good.
Anyways,
So, back to that. That'd be badass if they sponsor me, boy. You know how much money that'd save me? Lots. Anyway, what else? What else can we talk about this weekend? Come on, y'all, in the comment section. You got to go all the way to Bushes to get it on I-10. That's where I had to go. Bushes. Did I write it down? Probably not, knowing me. We had somebody sweeping the parking lot on the traffic stop.
oh my.
Oh, yeah. I see it. Being nosy and
Can we redo that with a vacuum cleaner?
I wanted to do.
Bro, that we need to do that.
Probably not. No, he was sweeping the park. It's on my Tic Tac. Well, yeah, it was a little joke. We wanted to mess with the HCSO a little bit. We were bored. You know how it gets out there. We get bored, nothing else to do. So we just a little razzle dazzle, and you know.
Well, I got a
What?
little subject here. It's a
Go
little,
ahead.
not my proudest moment, but probably going to be shutting Empire down. That insurance finally got to me. You know, deputies not loading, letting wrecked cars move to parking lots. Hard to afford, $6,400 worth of insurance for 2 trucks. I've been calling around, talking to a few people, a few different owners, trying to see what my options are. And it's kind of a humbling feeling to see so many people willing to try to help me. But what's interesting is I'd say like 90% of the people that I've talked to, they're paying close to $3,000 a truck. Some of them are paying more than that. Some of these people have more years in the game than me, and it's crazy. It's definitely becoming, if you're not one of the big companies, you got 15 plus trucks and a side gig, you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
But eventually you're going to see me in a different sticker on my door. Be the first time in history for me. But it is what it is.
Well,
Progressive insurance is the absolute worst. Progressive quoted me for the year for 4 trucks back in October when I renewed. They quoted me like $146,000 for the year.
woo.
Last year, I think I paid 46, 45, somewhere in there for the entire year. So I've slowly been downsizing just to try to, I guess you could say, survive. But at this point, I'm really just working for the insurance. It's crazy because, a lot of you guys are drivers, and it, to me, it doesn't mean anything more or less than me as an owner, but you guys actually have it better than me. I see. I was talking to Country about this on the way up here, but a lot of you guys get weekends off here and there, at least a day out of the weekend
don't.
off. Some of you aren't working 16-hour days.
I'm sorry?
You're selling trucks.
Selling trucks off my truck?
I wish he'd sell me some. Maybe I wouldn't have to close my doors down. It's going to be a temporary thing for me. I'm hoping to go, I don't know, like a year. A lot of the people that I did speak to, they think it's not changing anytime soon. I mean, insurance they're doing what they can to weed out the small guys. They want to have AAA involved. They want to be able to pay $40 for a tow while they're charging the customer, $300-$400. But we'll see how it goes.
Go to city. City.
Made my Siri pop up.
Siri, no. Answer.
Yeah, city was an option, but again, it's the stress factor for me. I mean, I got a truck parked. I had to sell a truck. I have 2 on the road, and trying to come up with $6,400 every month, on top of truck notes, on top of maintenance, on top of fuel, on top of my household bills. I don't know. It's not worth it. I'd rather be less stressed, like, you know, a lot of my friends out here that are drivers that live in, I don't want to say lavishly, but you compare it to my style of living, it can seem that way. They're taking vacations, you know, doing things of that nature. And Cookie sells his cars, bro.
Let me
so
see.
That's his problem.
Let me tell you the last time I went on a vacation. Let's see. I can go back to my pictures. Yeah. Last vacation I would say was Mexico City. And then before that, it was China and the Philippines.
China.
It's been a minute. Like a while. Long while.
But you hear his style of vacations? I couldn't do
China
that.
and the Philippines?
How much did you spend on that
So,
total on the Philippines?
So the round trip plane ticket to the China was about the $1,000 with the Air China, and then so the vacation we not have to spend too much, cause the people I go with family live there in the Philippines, so we not have to pay for hotel to the end of the trip. So I'd say maybe $3,500 to $4,000.
Dude, that's a lot of money for one person. Did you go with the family? Absolutely not.
That was just me.
Exactly. You know how hard it is to afford something like that?
No, I don't have children.
That don't bother me none. I don't know who you looking at, Mark.
Let me see here. I'm trying to get to these
Mr. Let me not say it.
Photographs. That's how long it's been. I'm still trying to find the pictures. So last time I was in Mexico, that was in 2021, was my last vacation.
That's sooner than mine, if you know, not counting this weekend.
And then when did I go to China?
Mr. Caffeinated said his weekend was more of going to visit family than it was a vacation, but he definitely enjoyed his time. I feel like that's just an excuse.
It's always good to go see
I
family.
feel like he was vacating. It's cool though.
When I went to China and the Philippines, that was in 2019. So
I know
it's been a while.
I know if I went to Tennessee, I'd probably first try to find their spiders.
I'd go to Nashville and go straight to that Copenhagen
And then
factory.
I would definitely vacay while I'm out there.
Go get some of that Nashville hot chicken. You know, when you go to these different states, you got to go on a Food Network and go to drive-ins, diners, and dives, or however you say it, Triple D's with Guy Fieri, or however you say that dude's last name. And you got to look up restaurants that are over there, dude, because some of them places on there, boy, I can just feel my back getting bigger just by watching the show, you know? Y'all ain't ever had that? Y'all think of something, your mouth just starts watering and shit?
Big back activities.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I definitely I've had that. Anytime I think about my pork ribs. Yes, sir.
So
Viper mentioned to you, must be nice to get a vacation.
Who is Viper? And if you're in the city, you should be making that big money. Over there in the city. Y'all rate like what, $400 to tow a car home? Shoot, talking about lucky to go on a vacation. Who is Viper? Who are you?
At least let us know what you run.
Yeah.
County, city, both, one or the other.
What your dough say? Because I'm on the dough.
Okay.
Y'all ever seen that video? That old black man at TikTok
I thought
at
you were
Walmart?
going to say, I'm on your bumper.
Oh, no. That's DJ. DJ said that. You making fun of Trump? I'm going to be on your bumper. On that bumper, you heard me? Oh, my God.
Anybody can get Andrew in the chat.
I didn't you know, 1 second.
We're going to call Andrew. There's a story for sure. You might as well unmute, bro. Let us hear the.
What's up, Cut? What you doing?
Put him on speaker. Tell him he's live.
Hey, we they want to. Where you at? You in the chat? Oh, you're on one car. You waiting on that, so you got time.
Hey, put him on speaker, bro. Put him on speaker. We can already hear him.
They want to hear your story.
Let him know.
99 and 290. Oh, brother.
Put him on speaker, bro.
All right, can you call me back like in 10 minutes?
No mama's way.
Yeah, I'm with a customer right now, brother.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right.
Call me back like in 10 minutes.
Oh, I'm going to start a timer. It's 9:10, 9:20. Bye.
10 minutes. 10 minutes chat. We'll get that
10
story.
minutes, we're going to get the story. Ought to message that other person that was there that wears a badge and see if he's in the chat. I'm all on the way and shit.
Your mic is like hot.
It's hot.
It's hot.
Hot. Just like me.
I don't know about that. Watch out, boy.
Watch your leg. You get over there? Oh, boy.
We can see him.
Yeah. He in the podcast. Yeah. Hold on. I got to find that video so people know what we're saying. Hold on.
Every time, bro. It's so disgusting.
Oh, tastes so good.
Yeah, you. Yes.
Yes.
I can watch his volume just. It's disgusting.
Tell again, Mr. John. What is
on the dope.
when you on the door, Mr. John?
Rain or sleet or snow, I'm on the dope.
I'm on the
You do your job.
I do my job,
And you do it well.
and I try to do it well.
No, you don't try. You do
I
it.
do it. That's all.
Tell him again.
Tell
Mr.
them again. That's right. Rain or sleet or snow, I'm on the dope. I do my job.
I'm on the dough. How was Woody? Oh, who is Viper?
I'll do it. He goes.
Oh, you want to hear the oh shit.
That's what you get. I wish I'd have knocked you in the lip, bro.
Oh, and that would have flung all over you.
Not on me. To
I'ma baptize you. Ugh. I had a full bottle yesterday. I could have.
I don't know whose idea it was. Never mind.
I'm sorry?
Nothing.
What I thought.
Honestly, bro, who cares?
Mm.
What? Huh? Who cares, bro? Hear all of that
I'm glad
on the dope.
I'm on the dope.
You saw it? So disgusting.
You saw it? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. I'm on the dough. So, what can we talk about while we're waiting on Drew to call us back here? Let's see. Oh, can't talk about that because that's a part of that story. Let's see.
Well,
Oh, I don't know what it is. I don't have it. Dang.
you want to re-mention the link?
Oh, yeah, let me repin the link. The link I'm about to post and pin in the comments is the GoFundMe for Mo. It's a tow truck brother that we lost last week in a motorcycle accident. I just pinned it in the comments, guys. If you have the spare money to donate, the family would be greatly appreciated. Even if it's $1, anything helps.
He leaves behind a family of
He believes
five kids,
5 kids, yeah,
and his wife.
and his wife. So, and a newborn. The family
yeah,
said
that's
that
right,
they're
and a
trying to
newborn.
raise money for the kids, so they at least have a college fund when they get older. So, this money will be going towards the kids' college fund. So, I'm sure that the family would greatly appreciate if you guys could donate to
I
the
know-
GoFundMe.
A lot of people asked us if we were going to talk about it, and I don't really want to talk about it, but I'm just going to mention that his last ride was probably the best last ride that I've ever been a part of.
It was one of the biggest for sure that I've been a part of.
Yeah, I mean, again, a lot of people were, "Oh, y'all going to talk about this?" We weren't there for all that, to be honest. But
No.
looking back as a reflection of it, it was like, wow, like I'm just happy that I was able to be there and pay my respects, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't, we were not there to get content for the podcast. That's never going to be my intentions. Unless it's drama on a scene, then I'm on the dough.
We're going to have to start hashtagging that.
I'm on the dough. Well, it is freezing in here, bro.
I mean, you're the one that
Like-
controls the AC, bro.
Huh?
You control the AC.
No. Yeah, I'll be right back. Yeah, he had it on 50. Over here like,
Dude, I could hear, like with the headphones on, I could hear the AC turn off. Jesus. The dough. Well, he shouldn't have left me here because I ain't really got nothing. On the dough. Welcome back, Mr. Cookie.
hola.
Nice of you to join us. Mud Rat, that came in a little too late, bro. Y'all want to see his? Oh, let me put that back on. Sorry about that.
Hide the what? For what?
I can hear you breathing, bro. I don't know if they can, but I literally can hear him breathing.
I'm on the dough.
Yeah, bro. I mean, like, you can hear him breathing. You probably can hear me breathing too. Fucking big back activities over here.
So
This is what we get for fixing the audio. Now you can hear two fat people
we
breathing.
need we need something to talk about.
I mean, I wasn't in the truck really much this week.
Yeah, tell me about it.
No.
Got my ass in the water, toes in the sand.
I mean, but really, even during
Life's
the
good
week,
today.
and
Life's good today.
it was good this weekend.
Was it? That's good.
It was good
Yeah,
until
it was-
I went to that one place and I was
It was painful.
I
for
was
me.
too dark to go into the restaurant to leave. Why are you looking at me like that, country? Big country.
Well, there's got to be something. There got to be something we can talk about. Oh, you know what? There's something we can talk about. So, there's a unit.
Hold on, is it a unit or a unit?
A unit. We had a unit that was on one of them traffic stops. He went out over to Reggie, and he was like, 44 boy, so and so. I'm trying to stop this Jeep Gladiator on I-10. Yeah, and he lights it up. Takes a little while to stop, slow rolls him. I'm sitting at 99. I was actually on I-10 still, and he pulls him over right before the flyover to 99 on I-10. Watching. Wait, you get a little older, it'll happen.
Was that the ashiness cracking, or was it his arthritis? I wish the chat. Can y'all see?
You're gonna have your mouth in the sand here in a minute. Keep
He
on.
keeps rubbing. He gonna start a fire.
A fire. Anyway, so
Turn your mic.
So the
down.
gladiator pulls over, and he pulls over. Unit gets out. I drive past him because it's on the freeway. Can't stop on the freeway, apparently. You know, it's a free country, but I can't stop on the freeway, apparently. So, unit goes up, does his thing. Next thing you know, the unit comes over the air kind of loud, and dude gave him a fake name or something like that, and he takes off in the gladiator. It's a kind of elliptic gladiator, and
Was it one of Hernan's people?
no, it was a youngster. It was a juvenile.
I wasn't meaning race, bro. I meant Jeep. He's in the Jeep community.
I don't know about all that, but it was a nice Jeep. It had the little rack on top with, you know, little gas cans, trying to look all cool and stuff. And he runs, and he and the scary part was he actually drugged the deputy a little bit when he took off. That was kind of scary. But that deputy powered through it, gave chase. And it was hard to keep up with the pursuit because the traffic I-10 eastbound was like gridlock. The dude was on the shoulder more than, I'd say 90% of the time on I-10. So I was trying to keep up, but you really couldn't. So I think it was me, David, James Allen, somebody else. John, I think, was in it too, from Hugh Tex. And dude goes to Highway 6, U-turns, comes back, gets off again at Barker. So by that time, I already exited Barker, so I stop in the U-turn, you know, thinking he's going to go through the intersection and keep going. No, he U-turns again at Barker. So the unit that got drugged ended up catching a flat. So I was like, you know what? I'll go back, help the dude change his flat real quick so he can get back in the pursuit so he can take the guy to jail that drug him. So I go turn around at Barker, go to Fry Road, turn around and go into Lowe's. That's where the unit went with a flat tire. By the time I get there, Hernan's already there helping him change his flat. And when I get there, I hear on the radio, the dude stops in the Jeep right in front of CPAP Command.
Why?
So if I wouldn't have went back to try to go be nice, I could have matched on that scene. But we got the unit back in service. He was able to go take the juvenile into custody, and
I was a juvenile.
it was a juvenile.
Wow. Go figure.
So that was entertaining, kind of. I have it on my Snapchat, but I mean, I can't show you guys. We'll maybe put it up there for next week or something. You know?
As long as everybody shows up on time.
Damn. He said that with his chest. So we can hear you.
If you guys ever have any vidges y'all would like for us to input into the stream, here's Andrew, guys. Andrew's
Here we
back.
go.
Oh,
Here we go. Here we go.
He's 3 minutes late. Hello.
How you do?
I do okay. I have you on speaker. They can hear you right now.
Chat, can y'all hear Andrew?
All right, I guess I got a delay on my end, so please go ahead and put this pauses.
Just tell him to mute.
How you do, Habibi? How
There
you
you
do?
I do very nice.
That voice said,
I do good. How you do today?
Pretty good. Got the
Oh,
way up here.
oh no. Ling Ling gave you the wee wee.
Ling Ling had no insurance.
Oh my god.
Play me.
No good, no good.
Yeah. What's up, man? What y'all got? What y'all got going on a lot?
Oh, we want to hear about your.
We were curious how them nuts feel.
Yeah, we want to see if we need to get you a cup with the inside Toe Talk logo on it.
Yeah, go ahead and get your extra large.
Oh, yeah, it's because they're still swollen, huh?
I'm trying to find somebody that want to give me a massage. I heard even with a little nub is pretty good.
I got you, bro. I got you. Come to the showroom. I got you.
But, oh man, I don't know if you guys heard the call. Up in the system. We were up there for, I want to say, maybe an hour on the major. Get there, we check on the people. Washington County EMS was on scene.
What were they doing on scene?
Yeah, what are yeah.
Apparently, they had just got done with the transfers from Memorial Hermann, and they were going back to their area, and they on-viewed the major accident or whatever. So cool, we get there. You got Lone Star first, me and Zach for second and third. Cool, we get there. We check on the people. EMS checks them out. Well, apparently, one of the guy that caused the accident, is very highly intoxicated, and was tweaking. We didn't think he was drunk because when he smelled alcohol, but apparently he was on some of that stuff.
Stuff, that candy.
Yeah, he was on some of that stuff. So cool. Boy 75 picks up the call. Apparently, no one picked up the call because it was pinging north of 290. And it was literally at the Brisbane Creek exit, Inches Round. All right, so he picks it up. He gets there. Cool. He goes and asks the guy, "Hey man, you're all right?" Well, the guy, as soon as he gets out the car, he's still in the car. The car is smashed up his back. He gets out the car and stumbles and falls, and damn near falls on the unit. So the unit was all like, "Oh, hey man," started asking the question, "Hey man, you had anything to drink?" The guy says, "Yeah." He admitted to drinking, so he goes and detains him. And when he goes and detains him, the guy just changes his mood. He's like, "Why you gotta be frisking me like that?" Yada yada yada. So mind you, at this time when the unit is detaining the guy, I'm doing my job. I'm backing up to the car, gonna load it. On the loader, guys, and I see the guy like push the unit, and I'm like, "Oh shit, hold on." So I put my truck in park, I go up, and the guy starts screaming at me, asking why I'm there. When the officer asked me to help him, "Hey, help me get this guy in the car." So when he starts talking to me, he starts cussing at me, yada yada yada. He spits on me. When he spits on me is when I lost my shit. Brother, when I tell you I lost it, I lost it. Even Zach was like, "Holy shit, I ain't never seen this side of you." Well, I pushed this dude so hard. Zach called me a linebacker from I don't know what team, but apparently I'm a linebacker now. I pushed this dude so hard into the shop that he hit his head on top of the door rail or whatever. So he's belly first in the shop, the back seat. His leg is still out. So the guy starts kicking. He kicks me and the boys, and he kicks the unit and the boys as well.
He kicked you where?
And the boys.
What is what? Can we
and my boys?
In your nuts?
The testes?
Yeah. The testes, yes sir.
And he got the unit in his nuts.
He got the unit in his nuts, and he got the unit. He kicked them not once but twice. He kicked them twice, and he kicked them on his fingers to where it fucking made his fingers like purple.
Damn.
Yeah. So when he did that, I immediately like, oh man, I went to the ground and I got up and I was like, man, fuck this. I went around the shop and I dragged them in there, and they ended up finally closing the door. And I gave old boy a nice little slap on the head because he was acting up. He has a bald head. I had to, give me a little hot to it. Just pop him one time. And and apparently that night in District 4, there was no supervisors, there was no lieutenants on duty. So, 5740, the DB sergeant, gets on and he shows up on scene and he asks me what happened. He's dabbing me up, telling me, "Hey man, appreciate you helping the unit out, whatever." I'm like, man, it's just part of the job. I mean, I don't feel like I need to be thanked, but I'm just glad we got this guy. They do the SFSTs. 5740 is also a DRE unit, so he immediately seen it in his eyes and the way he was acting that he was, drunk, one, and two, high off of some substance. Unknown at this time. The suspect, he failed the SFSTs, failed all 3 tests, all 4 tests, whatever it is. I failed all of them. Perez took him downtown to JPC.
Did he get him for assault 2 times?
Yeah, he got him for assault 2 times. One on a peace officer and a regular assault on me, and 3rd DWI. The DA dropped my charge apparently because they said that it was enough.
Right. Good old Harris County for you.
Enough. But apparently, this guy was out on parole for aggravated robbery. He was on parole. He had a prior DWI charge, I believe. So, with all that being said, and he's going to be in it for a while, he violated his parole, which is the number one thing, and he got a felony assault charge on a peace officer.
Yeah. So I was told that Cy-Fair Fire Department stood there and didn't help the entire time.
Yes, bro. You had engine. I want to say, who was it? Engine 7? No, ladder 7. Ladder 7. They were all just there, just watching us, and I'm like,
That
bro,
is
y'all
insane.
4 or 5 big motherfuckers just standing there, seeing the unit get like literally, about to get his ass whooped. And this is before I went to go in there and help him out. I'm like, bro, come on. And then I don't know what they were doing. They were holding the door, the passenger door. Mind you, we were on the driver's side. They were holding the passenger door closed, like if this guy was gonna like catapult his door open or something.
Yeah, that's pretty pathetic. That Cy-Fair Fire Department.
Yeah, so I said
Stood there and didn't help.
EMS was there. They transported the lady that the guy initially hit. They transported her immediately because I think she had a serious head concussion. It was a pretty bad accident. Yeah, it was a pretty bad accident. And from my understanding, what the call note said, so they were on the phone with dispatch or whatever. And, dispatch, every time you call 911, they ask you 1,000 questions, like what kind of underwear you got on, how's the day going, something like that.
It's all necessary,
questions.
bro. It's necessary. That's sarcasm.
Yeah, unnecessary questions. They immediately transported her. Well, the call note said that this guy was going well over 100 miles an hour, and the guy was driving on the shoulder, passing traffic on the shoulder, and then boom, he ran into this lady, and she was driving a Honda Pilot. And I'll send you a picture. I don't know if you want to display it.
Yes, send it.
Here's a picture of my car, and then Zach has the picture of the other car, which is the suspect vehicle or whatever. And yeah, that was it. Pretty much it.
Shout out to you and Boy 75. Shout out to you and Boy 75 for getting her done, and shame on Cy-Fair Fire Department for just standing there.
Boy 75 is a really good guy. I'm pretty cool with him, and I give it to him. He's a worker. He does double shifts when he's not even supposed to. And you know the size of Boy 75. He's a walking stick. I don't know if he's monitoring on this chat, but he's a walking stick.
That's true. He is.
Yeah, I'm gonna invite him to some protein because brother.
Sometimes it's genetic, bro. Sometimes.
I guess I don't know. I don't know his family or whatever, but man, yeah, we need to put some weight on him because this guy he was a good sized dude, man. I would say he was about 6'2", probably about 220, 240 around there. He was a pretty stocky older black guy, and yeah,
Big fella.
yeah, he was a big fella. Perez, well, he wouldn't be able to do it by himself. That's when he got on the radio and he was going to ask for a unit to, step it up to him. But when he was asking for that, that's when the guy started getting real agitated and real aggressive.
The Honda Pilot was the victim?
The Honda Pilot was the victim.
Wow.
Yeah, she got rear, from what witnesses said, she did have a dash cam, I believe, and it showed the speed. She was going like 67, 68 at the time. And this guy hit her. I mean, I don't know what the speed that he hit her at, but you can just take a wild guess.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's a nasty hit.
Yeah, so she lost control, hit the wall, and bounced back on both walls, both left and inside and outside shoulder.
Damn.
Yeah, this is in a little stretch. As soon as you pass Bridgeland, it becomes like a long bridge. Right before you get to Jack Road, northbound.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was fun. Made my night. Got my blood going. Pumped up.
I bet it did.
Oh yeah, for sure. Even Boy 75 was all like, "Holy shit! I had never seen that side of you." I was like, "Hey man, somebody pushes my buttons and is he gonna disrespect me and spit on me?" Like, nah, that's passing the line right there, brother.
I think that's the worst form of disrespect you can get is to be spit on.
yeah.
Well, did EMS?
And then,
Did they at least give you an ice pack?
Hey, not too much on the fire, guys. They did give me some sanitation wipes.
Oh wow, wow!
Yeah,
Thanks,
they gave me
Scott. Thanks, Cypher. Appreciate it on the wipies.
Yeah, they gave me some. I don't know what they
For
were.
Cypher one time.
Go ahead and say some dude wipes, I guess you could say. Yeah.
Old
Yeah,
Cypher.
but,
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Cypher. Appreciate it.
yeah. But yeah, man, I just I don't really like to talk bad about the fire department because sometimes they do come in clutch. But there is times that they're just there, I don't know how I can say it. But you get the point.
Yeah.
We appreciate the story, Andrew.
Yes, sir. Anytime, brother.
Thanks for calling in.
Thanks for the phone call.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna get back to this
All right,
podcast.
I'll hit you back.
All right, brother. Sounds good.
All right.
Be safe out there.
Alrighty. All right, bye.
So that kind of makes me curious, and I guess it's just us two, but we'll get a story from you two, country. Can you think of a time that you've helped out a Jeopardy?
Yep. There was one time. I think he's Charles 94. There's a couple, like a lot. Actually.
Think of a good one, and then it's just go with one.
There was Charles 94, but he was in Katy at the time. He was one of the, whatever his Katy unit number was then.
I thought you said his titty unit number, so I didn't know what you said.
Katy. He was a contract unit in Katy. So he gets dispatched to a 171. For people that don't know what that means, it's a crazy person. And it's I-10 and like Katy Fort Bend. So I was driving around in the middle of the night bored, but I had to go take a shit. So
We call that a 10-200.
So
sir.
I was going to take a 10-200, and I was like, man, you know what? Let me go check by with him real quick before I go do that 10-200. And I go down to Katy Mills to make that U turn, and well, I tell you what, actually that vidgy's on my Tic Tac. As I make the U-turn, he starts saying he's fighting one. As I pull up on the scene, Charles 94 Explorer. So I don't know if you know how you count lanes on the freeway. You count from the left out. So he was in lane number 2. His shop's in the middle, parked in the middle of the freeway.
Well, parked
in the middle of the freeway. So as he was approaching, looking for the guy on I-10.
This is a pedestrian, correct?
In a hospital gown. Charles 94, the dude runs at his shop. So he stops in the middle of the road, gets out. The guy takes off running towards the shoulder. And when I hear him start fighting, I speed up and I start to go get behind the shop because I'm thinking they're near a shop. No, they're all the way on the right shoulder now. So I try to block off at least 2 lanes. You don't know how bad this guy's going to really fight. Run over and help fight this guy. And his backup that showed up, he's actually a sergeant now, believe it or not. Me and Salinas are fighting this guy, have him pinned up against the wall, trying to fight him and get him in cuffs. And here comes his backup unit walking up to the scene.
Just walking?
It's like, we're over here fighting. You get paid to fight people. If you get hurt, you have insurance through the county that can take. I don't have anything. You want to run your ass over here and help? What are you walking for? But we got the guy detained, got him off the freeway, took him back to the hospital for another EDO, and now then I want to go finish my 10-200.
Well, at least he didn't make you a 10-200 on yourself.
Oh, no, I had it locked down tight.
How? Show me one more time.
I got to lock down tight.
Well, I wasn't going to share this story, but it kind of reminded me. It was also a 171 deal. We were Mason northbound, a 2400 block. So we were north of Franz, I was sitting at Colonial in Mason at the show, and I was listening to it, and Adam 32, which is a female deputy, she picked it up, and two other units backed her, and they get there, and it didn't seem like much. So, as a record driver, we kind of like blur out those. So I'm just sitting, and next thing I know, I hear them drop an assist. And when they gave the location, I was like, man, I'm right here. And I'm like debating, I was like, there's 3 units on scene already. They dropped the assist. I heard 3 more show themselves en route. So I kind of wait. I hesitate. I don't take off because I got to make a U-turn, and I'm just thinking to myself, if there's 6 units on one male, I figured they'd be able to detain the guy. So after, I don't know, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I'm like, you know what? Let me just mosey down there. So I did. I took off. Did not have any sense of urgency. Just kind of going. I get all green lights. So I get there, fairly fast, I guess. And they are in the southbound lanes in the number 1 lane. The dudes, they got him down, but they can't cuff him. And there's literally 6 deputies on him. So I'm on the phone with somebody, or maybe it was the 2-way or something, and I'm like, man, do I get out and go help him? They're like, yeah, go help. And I'm thinking to myself, like, how can I really help? Like, there's too many people there. And I guess the cool thing was I did walk up, and Adam 50 she was done, bro. So as soon as she saw me, they had 2 different deputies pinning his legs down, 1 each. And, I took hold of where Adam 50 was, and I don't remember who the unit to the right of her was. That unit also got up. So I ended up holding both his legs down. Of course, I'm full of energy. I wasn't fighting the dude as long as they were. But I was like, man, you know what? I'm kind of glad I pulled up to help. Frank 18, he was, I don't know, he lost his temper, I guess, to say the least. He was, I don't know. I don't want to put him on blast, but he was like not himself. And they finally got the cuffs on him. I believe Mayweather got bit from this person as well. So he transported. I never followed up on it. I'm pretty sure he was okay. It was just, precaution, but yeah, it was one of those deals like where I've helped a lot before, and I felt like I was really doing something and really helping. This story was kind of different, but the guy was like superhuman strength, bro. Like that 171, they're probably one of the hardest to help detain. That or, up next to somebody on an upper. I'll say an upper. Won't get specific. Country, got a story. Pretty much same thing. Let me see if I can get this mic towards you. You don't want the mic? There.
No mic for you, okay?
We don't want to hear it then. Hashtag we don't fold.
Oh my God.
I tell you one thing though. I've heard Metro call for an assist, and yeah, they're not. I'm not helping Metro, bro. They need to stick to their buses. What happened? What did I miss?
So somebody put in the chat what happened on Rustic Lake and Following Oak that upset Cookie. So there was a C5 supervisor that went out on traffic on a wrong-way driver. So I go over to the traffic stop. I get there. As soon as I pull up, no records needed. And I'm like, no records needed on a wrong-way driver. Interesting.
Was it Frank 18?
It was C5.
Oh. You sure it wasn't Frank 18?
Sergeant.
They never need records or anything.
So
not Frank 18.
This guy, I go to another Union Units traffic stop. While we're sitting on that, I hear the sergeant on that traffic stop with the wrong way driver key up and say, "Show me extended on this traffic stop. I'm waiting for a licensed driver."
Maybe it was a family member. You know, they love to show favoritism.
And drive the wrong way? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, the other guy was. What happened with the other guy? Did he wreck, or was it just a DWI? The one that was flip flapping his badge at you like he was in a
he was
Hollywood movie?
He was Jijibja.
So, but he wrecked though, right? That's why y'all were there.
No, he fell asleep in the Whataburger line.
There you go. Well, you know they get favoritism, so
Yeah.
no wreck needed. We call family member.
His mama was coming. So maybe this person, their mama was coming. I don't know. But that really made me mad.
It's crazy because it makes me think about my youth. You know, when I did dumb stuff, some of the stuff was like, I mean, I never drank and drove. Definitely never did that. But I'd have like an expired registration sticker, and these dudes are like detaining me. City of Rosenberg was like, "That's a crime, bro. It's not just, hey, we're gonna give you a warning. You need to get your registration." No, it was, get out. We're searching the car. Like felony stop. But nowadays, it's like people can drive on the wrong side of the road, and it's no big deal.
No problem.
Crazy, bro. It's crazy how the times have changed.
That it has. I don't know. I don't know. They're just, a lot of units are afraid to be proactive now. It's more reactive policing than it is proactive.
Some of it I understand. They go to the extent to do all the work, and judge drops charges. Or
I agree, but I mean that shouldn't discourage you from being proactive and helping, keep the crime down in your community.
it definitely shouldn't discourage, loading up a car because they were caught driving drunk wrong way, or driving drunk, period.
I mean, even not even just loading cars. I mean, some of these people walking around, do like, there's a unit that used to do it all the time. Show them out on a subject stop. I mean, the zebra units did it a few weeks ago, stopping people on bicycles.
Yeah, but some of their subject stops they're slightly different.
And it's a little intel stop.
That kind of reminds me, I know if Mr. Caffeinated was, if he was a...
Oh, the sergeants.
Yeah, I heard, man.
The sergeants.
So today there was some...
Go sit in the office for your 8-hour shift.
Jesus.
We're going to sit in the office.
So lost.
Pick up that family disturbance, not local.
Yeah, dude, they were
Do
picking
not do no traffic stop.
we
Do it, I'll go ahead and turn in your bag.
we were
God, that's wild.
speaking of that, they were picking up a lot of calls. We had a dead body underneath West Green, and I was on scene. I think Friday night. Myself and Robert were there on that scene. The dude had been, by the smell and the looks of him, it looked like he'd been there for about 2 days. There was a bunch of pills scattered around under there, so he probably took a little something and went night forever. And one of them zebras, I don't remember his unit number. I know his name, but I'm not gonna say it. But he shows up and he comes over the radio and says, "Where's EMS?" So I pull back from underneath West Green and go and tell him, I was like, "Hey, bro, EMS, they're gone." And he goes, "What do you mean? They need to come back." I was like, "Well, they pronounced them already. They left." I was like, "They had another cardiac arrest down the street." So I point to where the body's at. We turn around and go back over there to where the body is. And Robert and I key up to get Westlake to come back out to the scene. And got the dispatch time and the arrival time and the DOA time to give to that zebra unit. But yeah, they've been picking up a lot of non-zebra calls. They've been doing more reactive policing here lately than proactive. And I kind of thought that was the whole point of that unit, was to be a proactive unit, but I don't know. I'm not. It's the sergeants. It's the sergeants.
Back up. Blow my eardrums out.
When is that over?
I don't know. It feels like it's longer this year than it's ever
I'm gonna
been.
look it up. It need to be over with already.
I got a little story. And
Go ahead, pimp. Go ahead. You got the dough. Go ahead.
Actually, we were all about to meet up for lunch, and there was some traffic on some channels that, pretty much only a select few record drivers could hear. Nonetheless, record drivers could hear it. It was not a primary channel, I'll say that. They're following what they believe to be a stolen vehicle. They are in unmarked vehicles. So they're in personal vehicles, or we call UCs, undercovers. And they go into a parking lot, and I don't know, 3 or 4 tow trucks pull into the same parking lot. And they key up over, the channel that they're talking on, and they're talking shit to the wreckers. They're like, how are y'all going to pull into a parking lot where we're running surveillance and there's not even a marked unit here? I'm sorry, bro, but I agree with them. If you're going to have those channels, and if you're going to chase, you don't want to be in sight, bro. When you know damn well they're not in a marked car. They're waiting for a marked unit, and they haven't even decided if they're going to knock it down yet, or if they're going to pull it over. They haven't even decided that yet. It's got to be annoying, bro, from a cop's perspective, to have a bunch of Ben Gomez's trying to go into a parking lot where they're running surveillance, or they're, conducting their investigation. There's a car involved, but there's no traffic stop. There's no traffic stop, bro. Like, it's 100%. 100%. I'll never understand it. I feel like we should have a etiquette class on certain, chasing certain units. It's different if it was, let's say, a traffic unit like Tom 10 or Tom 20 or Tom 11. It's slightly different. They're not playing with high profile individuals, but this particular task force, I mean, dude, they're going after the worst of the worst out there. And, Ben Gomez is worried about getting something on his hook, putting their life in danger. I'll never agree with it, bro. It sucks because it reflects on all of us, on all of us record drivers. What you got over there, Mr. Cookie?
Oh, I was looking to see when that Houston livestock show and rodeo was over. It's over March the 23rd. So we got a little bit longer. I didn't know Post Watermelon is going to be at the rodeo tomorrow. Post Watermelon.
Posty. I jam Posty, bro. He's an actual...
No tickets are available, by the way.
Well, that's good. He sold out. He's an actual
It's
artist,
good for
bro.
him.
Yeah. Sure.
I'm
Sure you can watch it somewhere.
I'm telling them to sponsor the podcast.
I'm sorry, bro, but I have no interest in going to the rodeo. I hate
Luke Bryan.
all the people.
The last night of the rodeo.
You can watch out, bro.
Luke.
He gonna make your speakers go boom boom.
Come on with it. Make that bank account go ching 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 ching. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. Buy some tickets. Luke Bryan, I think he only has one ticket left too, I think. Crazy.
Curious. I wonder who's making money on those private properties out there.
I know a couple companies.
I know that they're probably loading 20 plus per truck a night, an evening.
Yeah, I know a couple companies that work the rodeo over.
I've heard some stories. I've never done it.
What?
I mean, I've just heard that the quantity that they can get in one night is, in the upwards of 20.
There's one company that works 290 in Waller County. They're there for rodeo. They're there for the Tessence games and any other games that are held at NRG. And they beat no. Mm-mm.
What was that, Metro?
Waller Waller County Paint and Body. Is old Garrett getting her done. Get her done. Anyway. But, I mean, we can, 1 hour 47.
Yeah.
So we going.
Yeah. Well, next week I know we'll have the owner of Ultimate Towing. He'll be in here. It'll be quite different to hear a perspective from a owner operator, from someone who is not in the wreck chasing world. Yeah, he'll be on next week.
Fuck. Anyway, so yeah, guys, next week we're gonna have the owner of what? Extreme? Ultimate. Damn. I pass by that truck every day. I ignore you half the time. The owner of Ultimate Towing will be here next week. So yeah, guys, thank you to the people that tuned in today. Hopefully we won't have any technical issues if Mr. Towman over here can get his stuff together here.
I mean, my stuff's together. I'm good. I'm running 3% CPU this whole time.
He's so excited about this CPU shit.
You have no idea. Look,
it's 3%. Oh my!
Let's ask the chat. Was there any?
Oh, wow.
Was there any buffering?
Oh no, we didn't do the countdown screen this week. We didn't do half of the shit that we normally do.
Screaming, bro. Back the mic up if you're gonna scream.
We didn't get nothing done.
Look at his audio level, bro.
What?
It's still way up there with the mic that far away from
Why?
him.
What? Who looks sad?
You, bro.
You look sad, Cookie. You want a cookie to make you smile?
Take that hat off, bro, so we can see why you look so sad.
I'm sad because we have to end the podcast now. That's why I'm sad.
Fat
And
boy hungry. He ready for some big back activities.
I ate before I got here, boy.
Not the first time. Hurt. The CPU is good now. So, but how was the stream? We didn't lose connection. There was no popping, no nothing. Can we edit that out?
Yeah. All
Somebody-
right, guys. Yeah.
somebody edit
Thanks
that
for
out.
watching. We'll see you guys next week, 8:00 sharp. Bye.